Welcome to Sumita Roy's English classroom. This is Professor Sumita Roy. We shall have some exercises now for activities that we do. Today's video is on household activities. A very important part of the household is the kitchen, the homemaker's place where all of us find something interesting because food is something which sustains us. So let us start with this. We shall do many other parts and activities in different videos. In one video, it won't be possible. We will do them in a series of videos. Before I begin to tell you about this, let us repeat what I tell you every time, and that is to watch the videos completely, to share the videos with everybody who wants to learn, to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't. Now let us come to this household activities which we are going to talk about. When we speak daily, when we talk about various things on a day to day basis, then very often we talk about the kitchen in the house. So, suppose the person who is in charge of the kitchen, the person who takes care of the kitchen or does all the work in the kitchen, that person is doing the talking. That person is saying all this. Excellent practice for all of you because sooner or later, I'm sure everybody has some experience of these words. The words which we are going to use are very important for all of you. The first sentence, we will do about 25 sentences as I'm giving you the examples in many sentences because the idea is to make you repeat the sentences, one exercise. Second exercise, to make more sentences based on each of these sentences. The first sentence which we have, my kitchen is a place I love. My kitchen is a place I love. Now, see, if you put my kitchen in front, kitchen becomes very important. Or you can say, I love my kitchen. Then you are giving importance to I and not so much importance to the kitchen. There are two different ways to express the same thing, and that is how we expand our expression. We express much more when we use these sentences in different forms. So the person starts speaking by saying, my kitchen is the place I love. Next, I enjoy cooking in my kitchen. Now, why do you love the kitchen? You love it because you enjoy cooking. Many of us love cooking. So if you like cooking, then you will say, I enjoy cooking in my kitchen. Many people love eating, but they cannot cook. Many people love cooking, but they are not great eaters. So we have all kinds of people. And for this activity, we are talking about all kinds of people. People who enjoy food, people who make, excellent food, all this. Now, the third sentence, my kitchen has a stove and cooking utensils. My kitchen has a stove. Obviously, you need fire or you need gas or you need an electric, cooker. All these things are required because without heat, you can't really cook. You need. So it has a stove. Stove is stove. And cooking utensils. You have pots and pans, and you have big um, utensils. All these are used in the kitchen. So utensils, utensils, S-I-L-S. Look at the pronunciations. It is not pronounced as utensils. Although it starts with a vowel sound, oo, but it's pronounced as u, y and oo. Y is a consonant. So we say utensils. We have cooking utensils. My kitchen is next to the dining room. Now you're saying, what is the activity which is going to happen here? Dining room is where people eat, and kitchen is next to it because you have to keep making the food and taking it to the place where everybody will eat that food. Then you have, uh, you know, in my kitchen, there is a kitchen cabinet to store groceries. Now you are getting many words, vocabulary to improve your ability to speak. So these points in the vocabulary are very important. You have a shelf, you have, a covered uh, almara, and that is a kitchen cabinet. These days, you have short cabinets, you have tall cabinets, many types are available. So that is called kitchen cabinet, cabinet. And then what do you do there? You store. That means you keep for a long time. Every day you use a little, so you keep it there for a long time. Store. Groceries. Groceries are the dry things with which you cook your dal and things like that. Groceries, groceries. It's not one, it is a plural. Groceries. Then you want to use it as a singular, you can say, I have to go grocery shopping. You are going to go grocery shopping. But what are you going to do? You're going to go to a grocery shop or a grocery store. There you are going to buy groceries. But with the name of the shop, you are not going to say, I'm going groceries shopping. In this way, English improves. When you know where to use, which word to use, and then how to use it. Next sentence, that is sentence number 6. I keep fresh vegetables, milk, curd, cheese, eggs, and bread in the fridge. The fridge is the refrigerator. It is cold, so it keeps the food fresh if you keep it inside. So, what is the list? A list is given, vegetables. Then you have vegetables like tomato, and you have vegetables like squash. All these are kept inside the fridge. Then you also have milk. Milk will get spoiled if you keep it outside for a long time, unless it is pasteurized milk. You get it in hard containers where the milk can be kept out for a long time. Then curd, cheese, eggs, bread. So many things are there in the fridge. So the kitchen is well stocked. Many things are there in your kitchen. I keep a recipe book to help me cook. I keep a recipe book, a book which tells you what to put, how much to put, what process to follow when you are cooking. So that is RECIPE. Look at the spelling and look at the pronunciation. We say recipe. PIE is not there, PY is not there, but we are not saying recip. We are saying recipe. That is how pronunciation, spelling, all are important for you. So the recipe book helps the person who wants to cook. I prefer to make dishes with many vegetables. So when you cook, a dish is when, a preparation, some kind of a food for lunch or dinner. So what do you like? I like food which has many vegetables. Earlier in India, many people used to eat only the vegetarian diet. Today, wherever you go, you find that people are preferring it. And there is another one also, that is vegan. Vegan is much, much stricter than what we had as vegetarian. So, all these words you need to know when you're talking about kitchen activities, household activities in the kitchen. First, I wash the vegetables. Now, this is the process, the activity you have to do. First, I wash the vegetables and cut them in the size I want. Now, you cut them. So, what you require is a knife. So, you are again, talking about something in the kitchen. You take your knife and you cut the vegetables into the proper size, the size I want. All dishes don't have the same size of vegetables. Each dish has a different variety. So you should know how much to use, which size you have to cut them into. Then we come to the next sentence, number 10. Then I steam them and add some spices. Steam them, you put it with water and you allow the steam to go and boil the vegetables. So the word steam, you get also a, an implement called steamer. So there is water underneath, things are above, the steam goes, the water vapor goes, and everything gets cooked. Then you add some spices because you cannot eat without it. You might add a little pepper, some salt, and something else, cumin or other things. I have not used such complicated vocabulary because this is for, you know, starting out with the kitchen. Later, we might do some recipes, actual recipes, where I will tell you the names of the ingredients, only to teach the names of the ingredients. I'm not expecting anybody to cook. I'm not going to cook and show you because there are sufficient channels where you can get videos where actual cooking is done. So you can look at those videos also. Everyone at home enjoys this preparation. Steamed vegetables with spices. Everyone enjoys this preparation. We often grate some cheese. Here is another word, grate. Grate means you have a plate with small holes in it. You keep rubbing and then, thin things come out. Ginger, while putting in anything, we have to grate. Cheese you can always grate. For you find that if you eat pizza and all, on top of that there'll be thin pieces of cheese. That is called grated cheese. Grate. So we grate some cheese and put it on top of the bread. So if you're eating bread, you might grate the cheese and put it on top of the bread. You have on. I already gave you a lesson on prepositions. Then some people like to have scrambled eggs for breakfast. Now, scramble, another word associated with cooking, with kitchen activities. SCRAMBLE. So, scramble. You take the egg, you break it, and you just stir it up. Then it becomes, pieces of egg. That is called scrambled egg. So many people prefer to have egg for breakfast. You can have a boiled egg. There's another way of having it that's called poach, Poach, poached egg or scrambled eggs. So egg preparation, so many of them. Or you have omelette. Omelette also is a preparation made out of the egg. Then you have the next sentence. You know, we prefer to have rice and curry for lunch. Now you are getting other terms associated with kitchen activities. We prefer to have for lunch, what do we have? Rice. Rice is boiled, making rice, you put a lot of water. And then you have curry. Curry is a special kind of dish which is prepared. Curry has become very popular in different parts now. Earlier, we used to have curries, special curries. Curry. We have to stir the ingredients. Stir means to move the spoon with which you're cooking. That's called a ladle, Laddle. that you have to keep moving in the pot in which you are cooking. So that is called stir, S-T-I-R. We have to stir the ingredients. Ingredients means whatever you have put inside the pot. Ingredient. Ingredients. Ingredients means all the things that go into a particular dish. For a long time to make a curry. So how do you make a curry? You have to keep stirring. You can't leave it, then it'll get burnt. You have to keep stirring. So one more word associated with kitchen activity, with household activity. You can see how many words we are using. All of these are specific to your food, to your kitchen, etc. Now we move to sentence number 16. We say that we slice onions and cucumber for preparing a salad. So we slice again, slice is to make into thin pieces, cut or chop. These are, you have bigger size. But when you make it very thin pieces, then you call it as slice. The piece is not like grate. Grate is, thin on all sides. Slice is only thin on one side. The other side is round because cucumber is round. Onion also is round. So if you slice it, then you get one big round, but very, very thin. These are activities which words you must remember. Instead of saying slice, if you say cut. Instead of saying grate, if you say slice. Instead of saying boil, you say simmer. These are all not correct. Instead of stir, you say, move it, then it doesn't really help. You have to have specific household terms when you are using this. So you say that you are cutting cucumber, Cumber, onion, Onion. So onions and cucumber. You need many onions possibly, so you have plural for making the salad, Salad. Now we come to the next number 17. Some people squeeze a lemon. Now, one more verb you have here, activity verb. Squeeze. You take the lemon, you cut it into half, and you press it so that the juice comes out. That pressing hard is called squeeze. Squeez. That is Z-E. Squeeze. That is squeeze. Skr, sir and ker together. Consonant clusters, very important to pronounce correctly. I have given you a whole list of consonant clusters in the pronunciation videos. You can go to the playlist of pronunciation and watch all the pronunciation videos if you find that you are lacking confidence in speaking English. If you need more confidence, then try to improve your English pronunciation. That gives you a lot of confidence. Please try it and see whether it helps you. So you have this, that some people squeeze a lemon to add flavor to some dishes. Suppose there is too much salt in one dish. You squeeze lemon juice. The salt becomes lesser. Something is not smelling good. Lemon has a beautiful smell. So you squeeze a little lemon, then that unpleasant smell goes away and you can have it. So there are so many activities which you need to do in order to get that food which comes to you on the table. A person has to work very hard to do this. Remember that eating just takes 10 minutes, but preparing, looking after the kitchen, and getting the food ready takes hours. So, our activity in the household, very important activity, is the kitchen and the kitchen activities which we are talking about now. Because unless that is done well, unless you know how to say what you are doing there, you are missing out one part of your life. So many varieties of words I'm giving you in order to enhance your vocabulary in this one subject. Like that, for every subject, we will have subject specific vocabulary practice. If I just give you the words, like squeeze or stir or boil or grate or cut or slice, then that doesn't make sense to you because you need sentences in order to understand what they are, in order to be able to use them. Now, for each of the sentences I gave you, you can make 5 more sentences based on that. I keep a recipe book to help me cook. Now you can make 5 more sentences by saying, in that recipe book, there are about 100 recipes. Some 10 recipes are my favorite recipes. I often use recipes which are simple and quick. See how you are making sentences with one sentence out of 25, you are making, 4 or 5 sentences. If you do this to all the 25 sentences, then you will find that you have 125 sentences which you have prepared on your own. I have not helped you in that. You have done it on your own. Each day, think of, 5 or 10 sentences. No need to do it all at once. But each day you think of 10 sentences, that day you have improved that much. Daily improvement is possible if you work hard, if you listen, if you follow the videos and do what I'm telling you, then you will find that your improvement is every day. And then you will reach the highest level of language quite easily without struggling at all. So you have to do this. Now, next is sentence number 18 now. Out of 25, we have come to 18. Meat tastes good when it is grilled. Now, grill is another term, a kitchen term. So you have some pans which, they are striated like that. So you keep the piece meat or fish on top of it and you heat it, or you close the lid and you heat it. Then it becomes, nicely uh, roasted. So roast, grill, these are all terms which are associated with your food and cooking. Grill is GRILL. Grill has other meaning also. That is, you put to your windows, balconies, etc., iron mesh like thing. That also is a grill. But this is a different meaning, that is a different meaning. We grill the fish. That means grill is a verb here. There, grill is a noun. Now we come to sentence number 19. For special occasions, we bake cakes. Christmas, New Year, so many things are happening at present. So for these special occasions, we bake. Now the term is bake. Cake is not made. Cake is baked, BAKE. So for special occasions, we bake cakes. I make fruit juice by using a blender. Blend means to mix nicely. So blender is an apparatus. The word, the verb here is blend, BLEND. Blend is to mix nicely. So you put many fruits and then you put the machine, all the fruits get mixed and you get a juice. So you say that I make fruit juice by using a blender. Now you have again some other sentences. 21. Children asked for more fries. Now something to fry, put oil and put, potatoes or uh, cauliflower into it. You stir it, put some salt, that becomes a fry. So FRY, the noun form is fries. French fries, very popular. Long pieces of potato which are nicely fried. Then you have number 22. You can spread some butter or honey on your toast. Toast is again another word. Bread is available. You put it inside a toaster or you put it on top of the fire. it becomes slightly brown. That is toasting a bread, Toast. Then you have spread. You take butter and you put it on the toast. It is called spread. You take honey and put it on the toast, or jam or marmalade. You put it on the toast. That is, the word is spread. And then you have next 23. I will roast the peanuts if you want some. Now roast. You have, peanuts, some kind of small nuts, very popular. Everybody likes to have them. They have, whenever you go somewhere, people might be selling peanuts. So those are roasted. They put it on the fire without any oil. Just put it on the fire. Then it gets slightly brown. That is called roasting. Please boil the milk before making tea. Number 24. Please boil the milk. I already used, we boil the rice in water. So here we boil. Steam is different from boil. Please understand. We had steam, we have boil here. And the last sentence, let me brew some tea for you. BREW. Brew is to make. You make hot water, you put a tea bag or you put tea leaves, you leave it for some time. That is called brewing tea. So we have so many words here, and we have so many activities, action which you have to carry out in the household. I'm sure all of you must have used these actions. You must have used these activities whenever you have been using the kitchen, but many of the words might be unfamiliar. The sentence construction also you can change and express the same thing as I showed you with one sentence. The first sentence, I showed you two different ways of expression. So if you can do that with all the 25 sentences, you can express it in a different way. You just rearrange the words so that it makes correct grammatical sense. It makes a meaning, but it is also grammatically correct. Once you can do this, you will find that you are gaining confidence not only in the household activity, you are not, doing your household job better, but you're able to talk about it. Suppose you want to say, what did you do today in the kitchen? What did you prepare in the kitchen today? You go out, somebody asks you that, what did you have for lunch? Then you say that I prepared this. And you can also say what all ingredients you used, what spices you used, how is the procedure of making it. All this you can say by looking at the various words and sentences which we have seen in this video. In this way, if we divide all our activities in various parts, first house and then outside the house, we will find that we are getting better. In your professional life, for instance, many teachers are watching and they keep commenting. So I can give you one video on teachers' activities. What is it that the teachers are doing in the school, in their class, outside the class, in the school activities? All these things, if we learn, then we not only learn newer ideas, but we also learn newer words and better sentence construction. That is the ultimate aim of learning a language. When we learn a language, this is what we should keep in mind. So please check all the 25 sentences. Many of you are watching them very, very carefully and writing comments which are excellent. So I congratulate all of you and I feel very happy about that which you're doing. Continue to do it. There is no limit to improvement, as I told you. I might have taught English all my life, and I'm become very old now, but still I can continue to learn English also. Not only teach, but learn. Therefore, here is a video which will help you to learn something. Some of the things might be what you know already, but please remember we build on what we know, we add information, and it keeps growing into a big skyscraper. So, all the best and thank you.